Moving into the Clan Wars welterweight division, Bradley Rice out of Next Gen IMMA, waiting in the cage on the arrival of his opponent fighting out of Sanda MMA, Jess Paulo.
Bradley Rice coming off a fantastic win just last month at IUR Fighting Championships 2 with a KO victory over Marco Cardillo. Fantastic performance by the young man. Let's see if he can parlay that into a win streak here at Clan Wars.
Aaron Wallace is our third man in the cage. Paulo is in the black and red, and Rice is in the black and white Venom. Nice opening inside leg kick. Nice push kick there by Paulo. Got to be careful of that neck though, Phil.
He came in a little bit too aggressive with the takedown, a little bit careless. But he's doing the right thing. He's keeping the back nice and straight. He's fighting the arms. Bradley Rice trying to pop that hip, trying to create a little bit of distance. He's doing a good job. Oh, that's a high elbow guillotine. That looked very tight.
Popped the head out there well. Paulo just trying to lean his mass into Rice.
Rice, a very good striker. He's going to want to create a little bit of separation here so we can let the hands and feet go.
Trying to dig for that right undercut. Underhook even.
Nice little shoulder
Paulo
bump there.
A nice knee as he was creating that separation. Good body lock and takedown here by Paulo.
Nice work from Rice just to pop right back up. I'd like to see him turn in towards Paulo so they're chest to chest. Doing a good job. Has the underhook. May try and use the under and overhook to spin his opponent.
Real battle for position here.
Nice
Separation
work.
back into the center of the cage.
Nice low kick there from Bradley Rice.
Jess Paulo calls it in and obliges does Rice and lands a nice right hand and a stepping knee just underneath the chin. Paulo double leg takedown, beautiful. Got the hands clasped there, Phil, and just reefed the base from underneath Rice, and Rice straight away working to try and stuff that head down and use the cage to walk.
Yeah, I like seeing that from a young fighter. As soon as they're taken down, he's not resting on his laurels whatsoever. Trying to get a hand down, trying to push the head of his opponent down, create the scramble and get up. Good work from Paulo there to elevate the legs, hold on to them. Bradley needs to split that base a little bit or he's just going to get popped down again. Momentarily thought about hitting the switch. Game plan of Paulo just seems to be to take down, hold, implement the dominant position.
The back is being given here just as Rice tried to spring up, and what can Paulo do with it?
He had to sacrifice the back take in order to get up there. So right now again he's going to do everything he can to try and turn into Paulo.
Both fighters are almost twisted into each other here, and Paulo looking to step over that leg for the overhook, but happy to throw a couple of knees. Both fighters will have heard the clapper.
Bradley Rice just trying to even the score with the takedown in the closing stanzas.
Doesn't get it complete, but
wasn't far away.
No.
Back and forth kind of round. If we're to take what we can from that, it's that Paulo wants to get in, close the distance, get the takedown, does not want any bit of the stand-up with young Bradley Rice.
Yeah, and when Rice had that exchange, he called Rice in and he obliged and landed a nice right hand. So I think, Jess, well, maybe I won't invite you in. Maybe you're like a vampire. Maybe I do have to invite you in before you can come in. Darren Sonic in the corner of Jess Paulo. What do you think he's telling him over there, Phil?
I think he's going to say just keep doing the same, keep doing what you're doing, close the distance, land a couple of strikes to bring your opponent's hands up, thus exposing the lower half for the takedown. Doing a good job of cutting off the angles as well. Just heard from the corner there, Reese McKee and Rodney Moore calling for lots of feints from Bradley.
Interestingly seeing Paulo's previous fights, as the fight wears on, he
was
a little tired and a little reckless. Let's see if that's something that has been fixed between fights. Needs to be careful charging forward there. Chin was up in the air. Gets that takedown, though, feel big and early.
Needs to be wary. You can see Rice trying to get bicep grip there, maybe work for a triangle. Being very proactive off the bottom right now is Rice. Paulo doing a good job of landing strikes. Rice trying to create the angle here. Could see him throw that leg over for the likes of an armbar. That's what I like to see. I like to see a nice active open guard, trying to switch the hips, trying to make things happen. A little bit of slap and tickle there from Aaron Wallace on the feet.
Significant shot landed by Aaron Wallace. He's much using that can opener style on the neck there of Bradley Rice's Jess Paulo. But he needs to do something, and just as I say it, he does so. Steps across into half guard.
He doesn't need to do an awful lot, but he does need to advance in these kinds of positions. Enough striking to keep yourself honest. Open up the guard a little bit. The guard is open now of Bradley.
Yeah, here's the time to start landing some shots, and he's puts the weight on that right knee, which will allow him to open up here and rain down hammer fists if he chooses.
I'd like to see Rice turn in towards Paulo as opposed to turning away. The last thing he wants to do is expose his back.
Second hook potentially could be latched in here as soon as Bradley Rice tries to give the back.
And there's the mount. Oh, just momentarily had the mount. Now
three-quarter guard here, really, isn't it?
Pick your poison position, really. That's what we say all the time. You either give up your back or you give up the mount. Paulo in the half guard position here again. If he can secure this position, it's prime for a couple of strikes.
But again, he spent the majority of this round on top position here, Jess Paulo.
Great game plan from Paulo. Get in, get the takedown. Take away the best weapon of your opponent, that being the strikes. Up kick would be perfectly legal here, not anymore. Bradley doing everything he can to try and get up.
Jess just grabs a hold of the neck there to put Bradley Rice back on his back. Staying heavy on top. Trying to come out the side door and pushes into side control for Jess Paulo. I'm not too sure if he's aware he's actually in side control at the moment. Again. Not long to go in the second, trying to use the cage wall to push off Bradley Rice, but to no avail.
Second round, and the story of the fight has really been all about the takedown, closing the distance from Paulo. I think what you're going to have to see from Bradley here is a lot more movement. He's going to have to get on the bike, land the jabs.
Yeah, fully aware of the game plan now, Phil. We know what seems to be happening here. Jess Paulo is going to look to try and rush, get the double leg takedown, get you down. So Bradley Rice has to counter this. How does he do so?
He's going to have to punish Jess Paulo for the takedown attempts, the likes of the uppercut. He needs to throw a lot more feints. He needs to change levels himself to get Jess Paulo guessing. Because it's inevitable that Paulo's going to shoot in for the takedown. It's how does Bradley Rice react to that in this third and final round that would be the making of the fight.
Big factor because of all the grappling and offensive grappling. Does he still have that one-shot power to end the night? On the back foot a little here, Jess Paulo. I wasn't expecting that. I was really expecting him to come bull rushing forward and look to close the distance.
3 big leg kicks right from the start from Bradley. And again, Paulo charging in for the takedown.
That's exactly what he wants in on that single. Scoops the leg, gets him down.
Very smart, methodical execution of a game plan.
As we said, we all knew what the game plan would be, but it's Bradley Rice's mission to stop the game plan.
Trying to dig in for that Kimura grip, that figure 4 to try and break the grip of Jess Paulo.
Still holding onto that Kimura. And he can still use it in this position, so he can still use this as a potential way of sweeping and getting into the better position. Let's go over it now, and this is full mount for Jess Paulo.
Paulo just needs to secure this position first and then go to work.
Knee on belly. Going to slide that leg across into that full mount again.
More so a 3/4 mount, and then establishes the mount again. Bradley Rice may have to give up the back here. Potential for a head arm triangle if Jess Paulo's aware. Nice shot right down the middle from Jess Paulo. He's going to grab the wrist and try and flatten Bradley out here. You can see a little bit of frustration on the face of Bradley Rice here. Again, the mount established by Jess Paulo.
It's a heavy top game he seems to have, Phil. He's not getting booked, he's not getting pushed away, he's not easily swept. Even when that Kimura grip was on, he was heavy in this position, and frustrating for Bradley Rice that Paulo just seems happy here to really hold his position. Stepping across here for a potential head and arm choke.
I'm not quite sure what grip he has on it. He's trying to walk around in the anti-clockwise position. Now put the hips really low. I'd like to see him get his knee on the hip of Bradley Rice to prevent him from falling. And Bradley doing the right thing by trying to follow.
Now it felt it wasn't there, so stepped back across into mount. So again, good awareness by Jess Paulo. Didn't think he had it. Get back into the dominant position where it can control his opponent. Struggling to get through. Retains it back to half guard, but again, I think that's down to it's a heavy top game of Jess Paulo.
Paulo's happy to sit in this position, ride out the clock a little bit because of the work that he has done in rounds 1 and 2, because of the investment in his wrestling.
Gonna go to the judges' scorecards, but Jess Paulo, story of this one was he was like a surfer on a wave, just flowed with everything that was offered to him by Bradley Rice when he was on top.